January 7, 2021, Elon Musk became the richest man in the world for the first time.
Elon Musk is now the richest person on the planet, surpassing Jeff Bezos.
Currently, he's worth around $400 billion, and he's also on the pace to become the first trillionaire in the world.
He could be the world's first trillionaire by 2027.
But there are some talks that there's already someone way richer than him. If you look at the Forbes list of current richest people in the world, we're gonna see some usual names: Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Elon Musk. But before taking a look at who maybe the real richest person are, we just need to take a look at who were the richest people in the past. The first guy on this list who should obviously be there is John D. Rockefeller. He built his enormous wealth from the oil production at that time. On his peak, he was considered to be controlling the 90% of oil production in America. Considering the inflation, his wealth was estimated to be around $340 billion. And the next guy to appear on this list is Indian ruler Akbar, who ruled from 1542 to 1605. And at the peak of his empire, he was considered to be controlling about 25% of the world GDP. The next guy on the list is also from Asia, specifically from China, the Emperor Xi Jinping. And at the top of his wealth, he was also considered to be controlling about 25 to 30% of the world GDP. And the next guy on the list is also another ruler, the ruler of Rome, who lived from 63 BC to 1480. And at the peak of his empire, he used to own all of the Egypt. And there are some reports that says that he used to have a wealth of $4.6 trillion. And the richest person to have ever lived on this planet was the king of Timbuktu, Mansa Musa. So how rich was he? Richer than anyone could ever describe. There are some facts that whenever he used to travel, he used to distribute so much gold that it used to disrupt the local economy of that region. Now we need to look at the most important part of the videos. Who are the real richest hidden billionaires in the world? The first guy that comes to my mind, and it's kind of obvious, is the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin.
Being perceived as the richest person.
Well, I think Putin is significantly richer than me.
You really do, yeah?
Yes.
Though the president have an annual salary of around $140,000, there are some rumors as well. He owns a 190,000 square feet mansion as well as the 19 other houses. I'm pretty sure you cannot afford this with a $140,000 salary. Rather than all of this, he has a collection of 700 cars and 58 aircrafts. But some resources say that he's worth around $400 billion. When he was questioned about all of his wealth, he totally denies. He denies by saying, "I'm the wealthiest man, not just in Europe, but in the whole world. I collect emotion. I'm wealthy in such a way that people of Russia have twice entered with me with the leadership of the great nation such as Russia. And I believe this is my greatest wealth." But the next person, or the family, is considered to have about trillions of dollars of wealth on their name.
Richest men in the world are these Saudi guys. Dude who knows one of those cats was telling me that he's probably a trillionaire.
This Saudi Arabian royal family is considered of about 15,000 people. But the vast majority of wealth is held by just 2,000 people only. This guy is the current king of this family. And the next question, which is obvious, how does these people have so much money? And the answer is from the oil reserves. Saudi Arabia is considered to have one of the largest oil reserves in the world. And the company Saudi Aramco, which is also one of the biggest companies in the world, is owned by this family.
These Saudi families that have had that money for a fucking long time. It's not new money.
No,
this is old. They had hundreds of millions 50 years ago.
The fact is, when it comes to the spending, in 2017, the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman have spent about $450 million on Leonardo da Vinci's 500-year-old painting, as well as $300 million luxury house near France in Paris.
Royal family is worth a staggering $1.4 trillion.
And when he was asked about his luxury spending, he told, "I'm a rich person, I'm not a poor person. I'm not Gandhi or Mandela. I'm a member of a ruling family that existed for hundreds of years, way before the founding of Saudi Arabia." So, moving on to the next family, the Rothschilds. There have been some theories that this family is the richest in the world and nobody even knows about them. This family was considered the most powerful family in the world. Was started by Mayor Emschel Rothschild in the late 18th century in Germany, and in 19th century when he decided to send his 5 sons in the different cities of Europe to establish banks over there. Mayer and his youngest son stayed in Frankfurt, while Nathan established a branch in London, Jacob went to Paris, and Salman and Carl respectively went to Vienna and Naples to establish branches there. After being successful in the banking industry, they didn't stop there. They expanded to real estate, mining, as well as in the energy sector as well. There have been some wild theories about this family that these are the ones who have funded the World War I as well as the World War II, where they have been lending the money to the Axis as well as to the Allies. This was the chance where they had made most of their fortune, and moving on to the present time, this family controlled the world's banking now, thus making them the most powerful family in the world. Yet, we never heard about this family on any social media, internet, or on TV. There have been some claims that this family have $2 to $3 trillion on the name, thus making them the richest family in the world. And now the most important question is, why are they hidden and why they need to?
And a lot of these oil guys, but they're monarchs, and they don't have to disclose their wealth.
They never do. Yeah.
It's not like they're the CEO of a corporation.
No.
They're head of a royal family.
They owe no government any indication of what their earnings are.
But for all of these kings and monarchs, they don't need to disclose their wealth to the government because they owe no government. They are the government itself.